Every shadow wears your outline. Every silence learns to shout. Gravity bends sideways every time I think of you. Floor turns into freeway, sky dripping ultraviolet blue. I keep sliding off the edges of the world I thought I knew. Gravity bends sideways, still pulling me back to you. Back to you. let it break. Let the old horizon fall. Every ending is a doorway. Every doorway holds it all. When the mind turns inside out, gravity forgets the ground. Every word becomes a spiral. Every spiral sings a sound. I keep falling through the echoes of the self I never knew. When the mind turns inside out, it always leads to there's a rhythm under silence. There's a current in the bone. Every nerve a copper circuit. Every pulse a hidden tone. I can feel it when I breathe in, like a storm beneath the chest. Every second grows electric. Every heartbeat fails to rest. The signal beneath the skin, calling from a deeper place. Every nerve a constellation. Every star inside my face. I keep listening through the static, through the noise of what I knew. The signal beneath the skin always leads to you. shapes appear. Every shot, another version of the voice I almost hear. I keep drifting through the pieces of the truths we never knew. Fracture the mirror, slowly breaking me into
reflections, versions shifting left and right. Every face a quiet universe, every universe in flight. I can feel the rhythm breathing in the marrow of my bones. Every silence holds a thunder, every thunder splits the known. Bookshelf tilts like broken shoreline. Words dissolve into the tide. Every memory tastes like salt water. Every current pulls inside. Your reflection in the ceiling moves like something underwater. Every shadow grows a heartbeat. Every heartbeat growing harder. I try breathing, but the air turns to liquid in my lungs. Every sentence turns to bubbles. Every bubble comes undone. Glass ocean apartments. Every wall a bending wave. Every light a dying lighthouse. Every floor a moving grave. But I keep swimming through the silence, through the ghost of what we knew. The sky outside is breathing violet. Streetlights drip ultraviolet rain. Every passing car is stretching like a nerve inside my brain. Your perfume lingers in the stairwell, sweet and poisonous and slow. Down below, violet pressure, pushing softly through the night. Every color turning liquid, every shadow burning bright. I keep falling through the spectrum of the things we never knew. Still pressing me toward you. Ceiling fan becomes a spiral, circles in the dark. Every blade distorts the silence. Every silence leaves a mark. The old record spins forever, needles stuck inside the groove. Every chord becomes a tunnel. Every tunnel leads to you.
forcing me toward you. Crackling silver in the gloom. You're asleep inside the static, or at least that's what it seems. Every flicker grows a forest made of half-remembered dreams. In the static garden, signals blossom in the air. Every branch becomes a waveform. Every waveform says you're there. If I touch the screen, the snow explodes. Every pixel turns to sound, every whisper grows electric, every silence pulls me down. In the static garden, signals blossom in the air. Every branch becomes a waveform. Every waveform says you're there. I keep wandering through the frequency, through the ghosts of what we knew. In the static garden, still every path leads to you.
Mistakes I swear were never written, tracing paths I almost know. Your old boots beside the doorway cast a shadow twice their size. Every corner folds the distance, every distance multiplies. Blacklight geometry, angles twisting in the room, every color leaking sideways like a chemical in bloom. I keep walking through the patterns, through the shapes I can't undo. Blacklight geometry, drawing me back to you. Kitchen tiles become a lattice, every square a shifting frame. Every frame a tiny mirror, every mirror Traffic lights dissolve to red. People walking through reflections of the things we never said. Every crosswalk bends the distance. Every window bends the night. Every siren sounds like thunder, rolling softly through the light. Slow motion city turning, every street adrift in view. Every shadow stretching longer, every moment close to you. I keep walking through the silence, through the neon soaked in blue. Slow motion city turning, back to you. Taxi headlights write equation across puddles on the road. Every ripple shifts the skyline. Every skyline overflows. Your name floats between the buildings in the rhythm of the rain. Every echo in the distance starts the gravity again. If the world would spin much faster, maybe I could outrun you. But the city keeps repeating every street we wandered through. Slow motion city turning, every street adrift in view. Every shadow stretching longer, every moment close to you. I keep walking through the silence, through the neon soaked in blue. Slow motion city turning, back to you.
tore the house apart, still the walls would keep the rhythm of your footsteps in my heart. The walls remember everything, every word we let them keep, every dream that crossed the ceiling, every promise lost to sleep. I keep listening through the quiet, through the echoes breaking through. The walls remember everything, especially you. Sky is flickering, channels bending in the air, weather maps inside the ceiling, storms that only I can hear. Your reflection swims in static through a million ghostly frames, every signal drifting sideways, every sideways says your name. Television sky running through the blue, every cloud becomes a signal, every signal leads to you. I keep tuning through the distance, through the waves of television sky above me, still returning you. our voices through the speakers, talking softly to the dark. Every whisper draws a circle, every circle leaves a mark. Neon moons in quiet windows, watching every step I take. Every skyline bends the moment, every moment starts to break. If the signal ever clears, if the picture ever stays, maybe you'll stare from the static through the snow of empty days. Television sky above me, colors running through the blue. Every cloud becomes a signal, every signal leads to you. I keep tuning through the distance, through the waves of water we knew. Television sky above me, still returning you. Kitchen light swings slow and golden, circles drawn across the tile. Coffee rings become small planets, spinning for a little while. Your last laugh is in the doorway, hanging where the shadows stay. Every orbit pulls me inward, every inward pulls your way. I keep orbiting the kitchen light, gravity inside my chest. Every circle getting smaller, every night a little less. Every road becomes a spiral, every spiral leads to you. I keep orbiting the kitchen light like I always used to do. Refrigerator hum remembers every word we didn't say.
shut the lights completely. Maybe time will let me rest, but the dark just draws the map of every orbit in my chest. I keep orbiting the kitchen light, gravity inside my chest. Every circle getting smaller, every night a little less. Every road becomes a spiral, every spiral leads to you. I keep orbiting the kitchen light like I always used to do. Sink is dripping, slow equations, ripples riding hidden code. Every circle spreading outward like a map of every road. Your old photograph is fading on the fridge beside the light. Every color leaking softly into pieces of the night. Signal through water. Every ripple leads to you. Every echo growing wider, turning silver into blue. I keep listening to the currents of a dream we once held true. Signal through water, still pulling me back to you. back to you.
In the ceiling, signals slipping through the air. Every whisper multiplies you. Every shadow says you're there. I keep tuning every silence, every frequency of care. Static in the ceiling, calling you somewhere. months, every pain a different year. Every step dissolves behind me, every echo brings you near. Neon tides are rising, every street begins to sway. Windows breathing violet, pulling gravity away. I keep walking through the currents of the words we didn't say. Neon tides
Streetlight hums in minor chords, raining still in midair. Traffic drifting like slow planets orbiting your empty chair. I write your name in condensation, window breathing silver frost. Every letter bends the skyline, every skyline getting lost. Phase lines crossing sideways, every road returning you. Neon rivers running spirals, turning midnight into blue. I keep tracing all the echoes of a future we once knew. Phase lines crossing sideways, pulling me back to you. Sliding out of phase. Kitchen clock forgets the seconds. Memory rewrites the days. Your voice hides inside the static. Soft electric deja vu. Every silence carries voltage. Every voltage leads to you. Phase lines crossing sideways, every road returning you. Neon rivers running spirals, turning midnight into blue. I keep tracing all the echoes of a future we once knew. Phase lines crossing sideways, still pulling me back to you. Red-eyed morning on the balcony, cold cup, radio humming in tones, ink stains running down my sleeves. I keep circling the same three outcomes. Every headline feels like deja vu. Every mirror bends
coffee foam, I draw new maps just to find my home. All these tiny worlds on my skin, spinning, slipping, hold on. Fractured constellations in the kitchen light. I stitch loose stars to the edge of night. If the sky falls through again, I'll let it in. Let it in. Let it in. Name each doubt like a distant shore. Watch it fade as the tides get warm. Every fear, just a flare that burns, then it's gone till the cycle turns. Fractured constellations in my coffee foam. I draw new maps just to find my home. All these tiny worlds on my skin, spinning, slipping, hold on. Fractured constellations in the kitchen light. I stitch loose stars to the edge of night. If the sky falls through again, I'll let it in. Let it in. Let it in. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Till the shapes align. Hold on. Hold on. Till the crooked red wires in the ceiling, blue tape on the floor. You trace the fault lines right to my front door. Smoke rings in the stairwell, clock stuck on 3. Your name on the window running down on me. Velvet circuit collapse. You pull me under, under. Every flicker relapse like a code I can't remember. Velvet circuit collapse. You twist the numbers, numbers. I keep falling through the cracks every time we touch. I shudder. Black light on the table, maps we never read. You talk about escape routes, I just shake my head. Third drink, fourth echo. shudder. I shudder. Headlights on the ceiling, we're lying on the floor, not speaking. Ashtray planets in slow orbit. Your fingers trace a map I can't forget. Static on the TV in the corner. You laugh and say it looks like weather. For getting lost, for staying under, for calling in a storm together. Spin me like a ghost signal carousel, round and round that story we never tell. Every turn, I'm further from myself, but closer to you. Drift me through the cracks in your parallel, where every wrong door suddenly fits well. If this is how losing control can feel, I'll fall again, fall into you. Glass on the table, dripping colors. You say time's a rumor from the others. Clock hands melt, but my pulse gets sharper when your shadow folds into my arms.